No, that's the landing gear tucked up. What about the ones on the wings? As we see it go past, the circles on the bottom of the wings there. Oh, those are the markings, the roundels, the Royal Australian.
Please subscribe my YouTube channel.
I just got off the phone with the girl who loves you too. Said you're working on yourself, is she helping with that too? You gave her the time of day. You told her that you would stay. You made me feel the same way. What goes around comes around, that's what I always say. 'Cause
Nice car. All vintage. Diba ang gaganda no? Dito sa Australia, ang mga Australian, matitindi yung mga hobbies nila dito. They like to collect vintage car, boats, and some kahit yung mga maliliit na plane. Yan, collection lang nila yan. This is nice, so Ford. Looks like Ford. Chevrolet. Ah, this is hindi ko pa sinusuot yung jacket ko. Ayan. Gaganda oh. This is nice. It's so nice. That one is Jaguar. Look at the dog. They're so cute. Mga vintage military jeep. Nice. Which one? Hey. Mini concert here. And then later, may exhibition. Ayan, may stage for mini concert later. Tamad na ako mag-picture-picture. Gusto mo yung kasama ko dito? Bells, good morning. Bells sa people of the Philippines, tsaka people of Australia. Kumain na siguro doon. Ako nag-breakfast ako eh. I had heavy breakfast. I have heavy breakfast this morning. Rice talaga. Rice is life. So yeah. Saan na kaya siya na? Andun pala siya. Nice one.
That's it, and we've suffered. It's good to see the first
Bye, bro.
pilots in the 50s to the 70s. On the far side of the taxiway you can see some orange and white aircraft. We'll talk more about them, but there's...
This one is Scarlet Grace. Coffee Rose. Oh, that smells good.
You'll try and push in the line anyway.
Area. Yes, I did. Area or
Ayoko na nga alam. Akala ko walang pila masyado. Humaba na yung pila. Kaya wag na lang. Pupunta sana ako sa loob niyan kasi free lang naman.
Stripe here, at least I don't have to go in the fashion. While we're talking about it though, 1 o'clock today, vintage fashion was a beautiful effort yesterday from the ladies and gentlemen. And when I say gentlemen, it was one gentleman. So guess who won the gentleman's category?
Well, I'd be surprised if he didn't.
Look, we've got a lot of other people who've been very heavily involved with putting this air show on. And I think we've got a good opportunity just to say a great big thank you. First of all, to the Shire of Wellington Shire. Without their help, without the use of this air base, but they have helped us all the way to put this on. And they've done a magnificent job. And I came to them and said, we're going to do an air show. And they said, really? And they trusted us to do it. Now, it turns out they were right. We've done it. But thank you for that faith in us for doing this. A huge thanks to Paul Bennett and Paul Bennett Air Shows for coming out here and putting all this airside on for us. And particularly to Ron Gregory and his team for making sure all these aircraft are parked. I'd like to say an enormous thank you too to the PACE team. The PACE team are actually my organisation, the event team behind this. And we put this together over the last 6 months. It's been pretty tough, I've got to tell you, between COVID and other matters, running events lately. This is the 3rd event we've put on in 6 weeks. They're exhausted, but they're happy and they've done a great job. So to all you PACE people out there, a big thank you. We've got some big sponsors here who've done some wonderful work, and Jet Aviation have been wonderful sponsors, and of course are supporting the RAF here in the region in servicing the Pilatus aircraft. Hello, does that look like a parachute?
That would be, looks to me on the ground like the Gippsland GA8 Airvan. And that's actually an interesting aircraft, just while we're talking about it. So they can do a wing check.
All right, when you get hit in the head with a streamer, that's all part of the show, people.
They're nice and light, they fall in.
Okay. I would like to mention too, today a bit later on at 1 o'clock, we're going to see the roulettes. And the roulettes are flying PC-21 aircraft, and those PC-21 are built and maintained and serviced and delivered by Pilatus. They seemed happy. Apparently, I got feedback from the traffic management out there, and if we want to say thank you to anyone, traffic management and parking, you're enjoying an air show, they're out there getting abused basically for traffic problems. I'm sorry, huge commitments tomorrow, and that's on top of the huge commitments they already have supporting, Paul Bennett's just decided to start his aircraft.
Takes care of you, whether in the air or on the ground, arriving or departing. Underneath every journey are hundreds of hands dedicated to the details, shaping innovative, world-class standards in service and quality. Jet Aviation is enabling global flight with passion. As we see the Wirraway coming in front of us, as well as the Windshield. Good sound. Oh, here go the Sky Aces taking off in formation. Look how close they're flying together. Oh, they'll get even closer once they're in the air. Now, I believe Paul's going to open the show with a bit of a bang, so get your cameras ready, folks. Here we go. Paul's doing his classic knife edge down along the length of the display line. Get your cameras ready. That's such a ridiculous angle. How does a plane fly like that?
Well, it's called powerful engine, skilled pilot, rolls it over on the side, uses the rudder to kick the nose up, and that way that powerful engine is helping to hold it in the sky. I've spoken to him about how he prepares for that, how he runs it. He's ready for the engine surges to put it flat on the ground. But here we go. The guys are coming back in and getting ready. This will be their head-to-head pass. So each aircraft's doing about 250 knots, which is sort of kind of close to 500k, roughly, or 450. So they were going head to head very fast. There's not a lot of time. When can you miss it? But they're going to do it again for us. Glenn Graham is flying the light blue coloured Edge 540, while Paul Bennett, leader of the team, flying the yellow Wolf Pitts Pro Special. It's known as the Wolf Pitts Pro because it's taken the Pitts Special and made some modifications to it. New wing, a whole lot of other parts, the empennage, the tail and so on, undercarriage. And thus it became known as the Wolf Pitts. There's only 2 of them in the world. This is the first one that ever flew. The second one was the Oracle Challenger, flown by a gentleman in the US, and that's just recently been retired and is in the Smithsonian. So this is the only one of its kind flying in Australia, in the world now. Coming in for a great pass. Let's see what they do. Glenn Graham working very hard there on Paul's wing, trying to hold that position. He is focused solely on Paul's aircraft to maintain perfect reference. Having to work a little there. There's a couple of lumps in the air, a bit of thermal activity even at this early stage of the day. Means that you've got to work pretty hard to maintain relative position. Fantastic line there from Paul's engine in the yellow aircraft. They're doing a beautiful barrel roll, so called because it looks like you're going around the outside of a barrel.
Goodness me, they're close enough that they look like they're high five.
They could definitely if they wanted to. But Paul is also working very hard because he's not only flying his aircraft, he's effectively flying every aircraft in formation. At this point that's just Glenn and the number 2. But he has to make sure that he's not overspeeding for Glenn, that Glenn can keep up, all that kind of stuff. Cracker shot there with the sun illuminating a bit of cloud and just showing through. The guys have completed a loop, and you know what? I think they're going to do another 1 or 2. 400 horsepower engine in the yellow aircraft, 350 horsepower engine in the blue. Of course, with 2 wings, a bit more rigging and the interplane struts, the yellow aircraft causes a little bit more drag, so that extra horsepower really helps. But notice the guys moving a bit further apart. We're going to see a synchronized wing over or stall turn. There you go. Beautiful. But also referred to as the communication pass, if you know that movie. Paul and Glenn have been part of the Sky Aces for a number of years, and Sky Aces can be found like today in 2-ship formation, but also 3 and 4, depending on the show and the number of available pilots and aircraft. Now folks, the guys are going to come in towards us, pull into a loop. It's going to look great, but when they come out of the loop, they're going to do the Sky Aces cross, or split. Cameras ready, folks, for the Sky Aces split. Here we go. Not a lot of space on that one, and you would have seen Glenn go straight through Paul's smoke trail. Now the guys are pulling vertical. Going to do a couple of tumbles over the top.
He knows what he's doing.
Some lovely snap rolls there.
Back in January 2021, Ron 100 Squadron was reinformed and stood up as the Centenary Squadron.